Hi Oz, Planet Australia here. I hope everybody's well. I know we're all battling on. You guys are battling on, and some are more than others. So my heart goes out to everybody in Oz. But I'll keep this short. It's to do with what people say, but once again, do people really hear what they're saying? And if they did, they'd kind of be like really surprised at themselves of what they say. Or would they? Would they? Would they? Or do they pick their words and choose their words very carefully when they say a sentence or say something to you, so they're not held to that, and that's a very interesting thing because it brings me to this tube. Now, one of the things Anthony Albanese said were the words, in his own words, but perhaps they were selected because, as we know, everybody now is suffering. A lot of people are turning to Afterpay and Zip Pay and all that sort of thing to pay their bills and whatever else. And there's a big, hoo-ha carrying on, and Parliament's going to step in and make it tighter for regulations and people to apply for these sorts of facilities and that sort of thing with credit. And okay, fair enough, there are a lot of people that live without their budget and do shopping because it's a compulsory thing to do. They've got nothing else in their life, and there are thousands of people out there, and I'm not trying to upset anybody. I'm just saying basically the truth, and that is the truth. But there are people now in Oz that are relying on paying their bills, getting food, that sort of thing. And that's really, really sad because, Anthony Albanese said, as I said, I'm not quite sure whether it was a pitch or a pledge. And you'll know what I mean when you hear what I say to you. And they were Anthony Albanese's own words, his own words. So there you go. And those words were, no one left behind, because we should, remember should, always look after the disadvantaged and the vulnerable. That's what Anthony Albanese said. Now, should he have said, instead of saying should, he should have put we always will. So he pledged in one way to the Australian people, this pitch, that he was going to look after the disadvantaged and the vulnerable. But he didn't put we will. So, and he put we should. Now you can interpret that two ways. And that's very concerning now because people are turning to Anthony Albanese and his government for assistance, and they're not getting anything. They're not getting anything. They're not getting any assistance for food, like I said, for food buses, for help people with their weekly shop like they've got in Victoria. There's no free facilities for people that need it, and there's, no support out there. There's nothing out there for the Australian Joe. So for him to say those words is bloody poor, Anthony Albanese, because they are the words that Anthony Albanese, our Prime Minister, said. And it's very surprising to hear those words. No one left behind. No one left behind. We should always look after the disadvantaged and the vulnerable. Did this man, Anthony Albanese, if you see this, are you really hearing what you're saying? It's just so disappointing for every Australian that believed in you and Labor to find now that those words, they're broken. You said those words and those promises are broken. How very poor for Australia. But anyway, Oz, look after yourself till next time. Take care. I will say my 4 codes: respect, dignity, honour and integrity. They'll serve you well, faith. But until next time, to everybody that's doing it tough there in Oz, look after yourself, take care, and, you know, heaps caring from Planet Australia. Till next time, see you later, Oz. But remember the words that Anthony Albanese said, how disappointing, no one left behind. We should always look after the disadvantaged and the vulnerable. Did he really mean that? Should he have taken out should and put we always will? Huh. Makes you wonder whether it was a pledge or a pitch for a vote, you know, to get everybody in. But till next time, see you later, Oz. Bye.